This morning marks the 10th annual Bell Let's Talk Day, a day that has been working to break the silence around mental health issues and get Canadians talking for the past decade. And the running tally of all that talking translates to more than 1 billion messages of support. And this morning, we're checking in with one of those voices, the chair of Bell Let's Talk, Mary Deacon. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you.
First off, I have to say, trending worldwide. When this initiative started 10 years ago, did you ever imagine the world would be talking?
The short answer, no.
Yeah.
It just, every year we had all these surprises and delight, you know, when Ellen would chime in or others, and all of a sudden there'd be this phenomenal growth. And really what it tells me is that not only Canadians, but people around the world really care about mental health. It's an issue whose time has come.
And it really is making a difference. You know, a good Ontario boy, Shawn Mendes, writes a song about dealing with anxiety and with mental illness. We were talking today about how now pro athletes are coming forward, sharing their struggles. It really has made a difference. But it all started with you and a very personal story of how mental illness had touched your family. And we'll deal with some of that in the special tonight on CTV, but I wondered if you'd share some of it with us now this morning.
Sure. So my journey with mental health started many, many, many years ago when I lost my first brother, David, who was a medical student at the University of Toronto, to depression and suicide. And he didn't want anyone to know about his depression because he was afraid that it would impact his career. So, and when he died, I mean, it's impossible for me to describe to you the shock of the tragedy on my family, my parents, my mother. And it began me on a journey of wanting to make a difference, right? I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a researcher, I'm not a philanthropist, but I knew that I could make a difference somehow. And that's when I went and started working at the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health Foundation as their president, which I did for 10 years. While I worked there, my other brother, Ted, who suffered from obsessive compulsive disorder very seriously, and in those days, there were no effective treatments. And he died by suicide. So my motivation was redoubled. And then in my work with Bell, I go across the country and I talk to so many people. I hear so many stories. It's just made me even more passionate and committed to making a difference.
The theme this year is every action counts. What does that mean? Why is that the theme?
So for the last 9 years with Bell Let's Talk Day, we've really been focusing on building awareness and acceptance, which is really at the heart and the core of stigma. And there's been remarkable progress in that area. So with our 10th anniversary, we felt it was the perfect opportunity to build on that awareness and acceptance and move into a phase of more decisive action, whether it's in the school, the workplace, the community, as individuals or institutions, with the ultimate goal of creating a Canada where everyone can get the mental health support they need.
You know, when we're looking ahead to the future, where we are right now, there is a breakdown of stigma, but there's also a real gap when it comes to getting at resources. They are there, but are there enough of them for the people who need them? Can they get to them quickly when they need them? That's the next frontier, I think.
That absolutely is the next frontier, and that's what I hear from Canadians. You know, we have an excellent healthcare system in Canada. We're the envy around the world in many cases, but people say the mental health portion of the healthcare system is fragmented. People don't know where to go to get help, what resources are available, and how long it's going to take.
And when you were in crisis and when you were in the middle of a situation where you need it, it is even harder. And even one barrier to care can stop you from reaching out altogether. A lot of people ask, Mary, where does this money go? Where do all these interactions, what do they lead to? What are you proud to tell them about?
So I'm proud of many of the ways that we contribute. We contribute to organizations large and small, coast to coast to coast. We've contributed very significantly to CAMH here in Toronto, where the live Twitter special will be tonight.
That's happening tonight online, yeah.
At the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health. Made a very significant donation there, but we also support grassroots organizations. Every year we give grants of $5,000 to $25,000 to grassroots organizations on the front lines of making a difference in the lives of people. And you know, any one of those grants is not going to change the world, but it could help change a life. And if it's your life, or the life of someone you love and care about. I don't think there's anything more important than that.
Mary Deacon, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story of where this idea started and looking forward with us. Good to have you on today. A reminder to you in Canada how you can contribute. Bell donates 5 cents to mental health initiatives for every tweet and retweet using the hashtag. Same goes for Bell Let's Talk frame on Facebook or sending a Snapchat using our Bell Let's Talk filter. Thanks for joining us here morning. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.